Welcome to another audio reading session of Listen In, presented by Tenkara Angler. We are excited to have you with us again. Today we will be presenting Cold Comfort, a Winter Day of Fixed Line Nymphing. An article by Matt Sment. There was about a month there when almost everyone in America was very cold. That is business as usual for this time of year in the upper Midwest, but it doesn't make it any less of a pain. I spent much of it hiding indoors the best I could, but cabin fever was taking its toll. It was time to keep an eye on the forecast and make plans with my buddy Mike, so when the cold broke, we could make a beeline for some of our favorite Madison area small water. It was a comfortable 36 degrees but windy, and blowing straight downstream. We both rigged up our Tenkara rods with the intent to nymph with weight and target the lower depths. While you do see surface feeding in the cold months, working that bottom layer of structure with weighted flies is the most productive tactic we've found for catching in driftless cold. And I do mean work. We've had some really good winter days, but 9 times out of 10, we are lucky to come away with a fish or two each. It's always a combination of air and water temperature changes that usually leave the fish moody. We seem to have better luck in winter with stocked Iowa rainbows than the wild Wisconsin browns. But that doesn't stop us from trying. One of the 2 small creeks in these pics has coughed up 16-inch browns and more 14s than you'd think. You never know what is lurking in the undercut of a driftless trout stream. This day was slow. This was the first and only trout brought to hand that day, a T.D.B., as we like to call them, a typical driftless brown of about 10 inches or so. Neither one of us is easy on our gear. My waders are 3 seasons deep and leaking at both ankles. One of Mike's boots is questionably held together by duct tape. But that doesn't stop us either. We both appreciate tip flex rods and a stout 6'4" action for this kind of thing. Mike was fishing a number 4 level line on a 12-foot Tenkara Times model, about 5 feet of tippet and a random bead head nymph. I was fishing a Dragontail Nirvana 400 with number 3 level line and similar length tippet. You do your best to stay out of sight despite glass clear water and challenging approach angles, but the big problem when casting into these small streams becomes the wind. Not only does that make it hard to land the precise casts we need on small water, but it causes a lot of snags on the banks. To add to the challenges, this stream is choked with structure. It seems that much of the deadfall that came down when it was rehabbed was thrown in. This has been great for encouraging the fish population to thrive, but it makes it difficult to target the bottom without snagging. And snag we did. On bank, and grass, and ice, and rock, and log. Summer water we agree, best for wets and dries on the top 6 inches. And also best for winds gusting under 20 miles per hour. We spend a decent amount of time while winter fishing trying to interpret the conditions. Justifying why we are not seeing or catching fish on a stream we have had 30 to 40 trout days during the summer. Temperature changes. Cold fronts. Snow melt. An exceptionally hot summer a few years back. Possible shifting of Earth's magnetic poles. Underground lizard people. I mean, it can't be us, right? In any case, it's comforting to find a reason to pin it on. We finally settled on. It's been cold. Thank you for spending this time with Tenkara Angler as we share this story. Now let us take a moment to tell you about the author. Matt's career in adventure leadership and training stretches more than 2 decades. Published in several media formats, Matt has been a featured presenter at the Appalachian Tenkara Jam, the Tenkara USA Summit, the Midwest Tenkara Fest, and speaks regularly at angling clubs and conservation groups. As co-founder of the Badger Tenkara Company, 2014 to 2019, he designed rods, delivered instruction, and promoted Tenkara fly fishing all over the United States. Matt is currently keeping busy with guiding, instructing, and serving as managing editor, education at Tenkara Angler. He is proud to call the Wisconsin Driftless region his home water. This article originally appeared at tenkaraangler.com. Do you have a story to tell? A photo to share? A fly recipe that's too good to keep secret? If you would like to contribute content to Tenkara Angler, make your way over to tenkaraangler.com.